My favourite thing that happened recently, I was on the tram, right? I was sitting across from a woman who was like angrily going through her backpack like this, right? I was watching her and she kept like shooting looks at the guy next to her, going back through it again, shooting looks at him again. I think it was her husband. And then she just threw the backpack down all of a sudden. She went, "For God's sake, John, you do not put a hot sausage roll in a backpack." Never a wiser word was spoken. Anyone here with their parents tonight? Losers? No, you've walked into that, admit it. Come on. My dad's here, Mum couldn't make it. Oh, well. My parents, they're very good people, although my dad did get arrested last year. Not for the drug muling, they haven't got him for that yet. No, he chained himself to a tree at the entrance to the Tullamarine Freeway, my father. 76 years old, how about that? This beautiful 100-year-old tree that they pulled down to put a bike lane in. So argue with that, greenies. They got you there, don't they? And an extra lane onto the freeway. What? Nothing. Coinky-dink. I didn't even know he was doing it, right? I went around to visit my parents. Dad was nowhere to be found. My mother was at the sink filling up a thermos, which my mother's been doing my whole life. Just fill it up, empty it. What's it for? Who knows? Fill it up, empty it. Make sure it's full. Anyway, this particular day, I said, "Mum, where's Dad?" And this is the most ridiculous sentence I've ever heard come out of another human being's mouth. She just looked at me and she said, "Well, he's chained himself to a tree at the entrance to the Tullamarine Freeway, if you must know." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, sorry for being a busybody, yeah." What? I said to him, "There's hundreds of trees in the park. Why don't you go and chain yourself to one of those?" "Oh, no. Obsessed with this one down here. And he's gonna get hit by a truck or catch his death down there." And did you know, Anne, did you know that this Friday is the only day you can take your old electronic goods into the council? Did you know that? And he's going to be dead, and I'm going to have to drag them in there on my own. Don't you know that about the old electronic goods? Don't you read what comes through the post? What are you going to do with your old electronic goods? I'm like, "Who cares, Mum? Dad's chained to a tree, who cares? I'll just take him in next year." You'll go out of your mind surrounded by old electronic goods. Out of your mind. I'm like, "I don't reckon that's how mental health works, Mum. It's not caused by old electronic goods." Anyway, she said, "Take this thermos down to your father and tell him not to get hit by a truck until he's unpacked the dishwasher." I got down there, Dad, never been happier in his life, chained to 7 other retirees. Away from Mum. He saw me coming, he's like, "Hello, Ed!" Then he turned to everyone around him, he said, "That's my daughter, Ed. She's got Twitter." Big news. One of them just kind of woke up and started going, "I've got Twitter. I've got Twitter. I've got Twitter." I'm like, "No, you've got dementia." It's different. Anyway, they all got arrested. Best day of my life. It was on the Channel 7 News. Best thing I've ever seen, I reckon, on the Channel 7 News. Dad went limp, resisting arrest. Someone told him to go limp when the cops came. He's like, "Dad's limp on the news." There he goes. Dad's limp on the news, like that, getting carried off. Loved it. I'm like, I hope my sister's watching this. This is the best thing I've ever seen. I picked up the phone to call my sister. There was already a message from there. It just said, "Mary Edmonds, Limp Biscuit." She's seen it, we've all seen it. Then the phone rang, it was Mum. She was like, "Well, your father's been arrested. Have you seen it? He went limp." Wants me to go down there and pick him up. Him and 3 of his mates. Apparently they're still chained together. I said, I can't. I've got a carload full of old electronic goods.